President, Circuit Court Committee.
President, Circuit Court Committee.
Committee, Court of Circuit, Committee, Supreme Court, Court of Circuit, Committee.
Court, Circuit, President, Committee.
Clerk, Supreme Court, Committee.
Supreme Court.
Circuit Court.
Circuit. President,
Committee, Supreme Court.
Court. Precedent, Supreme Court.
Circuit Court, Supreme Court.
Committee.
Court.
President, Court. Supreme Court.
Court, Circuit Court,
Supreme Court.
President, Supreme Court,
President,
Supreme Court, Precedent, Supreme Court, Precedent,
Supreme Court.
Court,
President and the Supreme Court.
Circuit, Supreme Court,
Supreme Court. Precedent.
Court,
Committee.
Court, Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
College.
Court.
Precedent, Supreme Court.
President, Supreme Court.
Precedent, Court.
Committee.
Court.
Circuit Court, Supreme Court. Circuit Court, Supreme Court, Court, Precedent, Court, Supreme Court.
Committee.
No. Senate.
Supreme Court
Committee.
President.
Supreme Court, President,
Supreme Court.
President, Circuit,
Precedent.
Circuit, Supreme Court,
Committee.
Circuit,
Court.
Supreme Court,
Court.
Committee, Circuit.
President, Supreme Court, President, part of the President,
President.
Supreme Court, Circuit, Supreme Court, President,
Committee. President.
Supreme Court.
President, President, United.
Precedent, Supreme Court. Precedent, Supreme Court. Circumstance.
It was correct.
Precedent, Supreme Court.
Court Committee, Supreme Court, President.
Committee.
Committee.
President. Committee.
Committee.